Patrick McNeil back here at the intermission. Time now for 10 questions for Tamarind Optical with Eagles forward Kian Bell. Kian, who is your favorite NHL team?
The Chicago Blackhawks.
What's the story behind that? We don't get a ton of Blackhawks fans here.
Just growing up, my favorite player was always Patrick Kane. Jonathan Toews, who is from Winnipeg, where I grew up most of my life.
What is something that you don't like that it seems like everyone else does?
Honestly, chocolate. Lots of people love chocolate, and it's just not one of my go-to things. I don't mind it, but I can't have more than a certain amount. It'll make me sick.
You are now my sister's favorite player on the Eagles. I can't relate, but she very much will. All your levels of playing hockey, who is the toughest goaltender you've had to play against?
It's got to be somebody in the queue. I don't know. Maybe Rooch, even though he's on our team. He must have been one of the top goalies I've ever played against.
Tough to score on him in practice?
Yeah, pretty tough to score on him in practice sometimes, yeah.
What is your favorite school subject?
I always used to like math when I was younger. Math and gym, but I don't think gym counts. Math was always my go-to real school subject.
We always get the hockey players saying gym, and I think math is popular too. I feel like the guys like their stats, but if you're like me, you like math, and then you get to high school, math starts getting a bit weird with angles and everything. It's not necessarily as fun. But
exactly.
If Kian Bell's at a restaurant, maybe the Eagles are at a steakhouse, how are you getting your steak done?
Medium rare.
Any level of play, what is your favorite arena to play in?
My favorite arena to play in would have to be Scotiabank Center, just because it's where I'm from, and I had a pretty cool moment there. I seem to play well in that rink now.
That's true. First goal there. We're past the halfway mark of October. Does Kian Bell have a Halloween costume ready yet, or will he have a Halloween costume ready yet?
No, I do not have a Halloween costume ready. I don't know what we're going to be doing for Halloween.
Traditionally in the past, have you been a big Halloween guy?
When I was younger, yeah, but I never really went out of my way to make a cool costume as either a hockey player or a baseball player growing up.
It's just all about slapping clothes together so you can get candy, but preferably not too much chocolate, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You were the third player ever drafted out of the Nova Scotia Minor Midget League, which I believe is now known as the U16 League. The second player in your draft year. There was one player drafted the year before you out of that league, and I'm wondering if you can name who that player is.
Yeah, it would be Josh Crooks, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And then the other one in my draft year would have been Gio DiMattia. I don't even know how to say his last name. But yeah, he was my goalie in minor midget too.
You are absolutely correct, and I was going to ask about Gio until I realized Josh was drafted the year before, and I was really hoping you would know the answer if it was Gio, because I also was not going to attempt his last name, so very well done. I asked the local guys this question, and this is a bit different for you, because I'm not sure if we can classify you as a local guy, because you've been everywhere, but you have lived in Nova Scotia for a while. What is a place in Nova Scotia you have not visited that people would be surprised to hear you have not been to?
I've actually never been to the Cabot Trail. I've been to Inverness, and I've never really went up on the trail, and I'm a big golfer, so I've always wanted to go to the big golf courses out there, but I've still yet to been able to go there. It's one of the main things that you hear about in Nova Scotia is the Cabot Trail and Peggy's Cove, and I haven't done the trail yet.
I have not in my adult life either, and after Thanksgiving weekend, a girl on my Facebook said that it felt like everybody she knew was on the trail on that weekend, and I wasn't, so there you go. I'm with you on that one as well. This is the last question for part one. Before this interview, what was the last thing you looked up on Google?
I have no idea. Probably the QMJHL site to look at the scores.
That makes sense. Pretty logical answer. That is all for part one of 10 Questions with Kian Bell. You're listening to the intermission of Uniglass Plus, K Breton Eagles Hockey, 1270 CJCB.